Today I'm extremely exhausted. Yes, I'm post-book. I'm in a slight postnatal depression, so it's difficult to let go, and it's definitely a low for a while. And my wife knows that, and at a certain stage she says, "Now you've got to, start writing again." And so it's difficult to let go, and you're tired. It's psychologically demanding. I mean, I do academic writing as well, academic research, and there's no comparison. That is intellectually demanding and of course also emotionally demanding, but the psychological, it's almost like a funnel sucking away energy. The psychological demand of especially a novel, which is a large project, and it's wide. It's a river that runs deep and wide. That takes a lot out of it. Well, it changes, and time is not always. We in the Western world, we're too used to thinking of time as something linear and cut up by watches or clocks, clock time. But time is an emotional thing. For example, usually I need a few months before I can start again. But when I was finished with my last novel, my previous novel, which was Asbestmiddag, I was in Amsterdam. I traveled to Amsterdam, and I was still working on the page proofs of Asbestmiddag. But the physical move from here, South Africa to Amsterdam, and what I was busy doing there, such a time span was involved in it, although it was a week of travel, etc. It's such an emotional time span that I immediately started with this novel, if you see what I mean. So time, it's also one of the interesting things of a narrative strategy. If you work with time in narrative, in story time is something different to clock time. And I used to be a late evening into the night worker. I used to sleep long ago, twice, in the afternoon and in the early mornings type of thing. But then family came, and my wife is a medical doctor, so I did my 50% of mom's taxiing and so on, absolutely. So with family, other rhythms come, and I've really become now a hit and run writer. When there's time, I do it. But I also very jealously grab time. I've got a beach house at Paternoster, and I would go for 3 days and just take it. With LitNet, I'm editor of LitNet. I can't really put my cell phone off because it's every day, all the time. But still, it's a way, and it's a different space. I hate my voice, I hate my handwriting, so I use a laptop, or when necessary, my handy, my cell phone, Nokia, for notes. And like the ending of 30 Nachten in Amsterdam I still have it on my notes on my Nokia. I was traveling somewhere and I just got the ending. It was close towards the ending of the book itself. So with our electronic, era, it's I think the era of longhand writing for most people, it's gone.
And is that a good or a bad thing?
No, it's a pity. The graphosphere, the world of paper, was a wonderful world, but it's so easy to change texts and so on if you do it electronically.
Rituals, when you write, place where you sit. Or
yes. No.
Are those the private ones?
Yes, Keats couldn't write a poem without a rotten apple underneath his desk.
Why?
It's only a process of association. In other words, somehow he had a good writing day at some stage, probably with the smell of which is a delightful smell, a rotting apple, with the smell of a rotting apple, and by process of association, if he has another one, he goes back to that world, you see. So I would always, with a specific book, drink one specific brand of wine, because the next day, if I get the whiff, the smell of that specific wine, and it takes you here, if the first swallow, in your glands here, behind your ears, then it helps me to go back to that world of that book. Same music, I listen to the same type of music with each book. Like Mario Saviati, I listen to Italian tenors, and just putting on the music takes me back there. But the real secrets are secrets.